I've said it many times, but Kristin, you're coming to be with me for my 70th birthday. Really is the greatest birthday present I ever have had in my life. Absolutely.
Oh,
And as we were together, we were, of course, conversing. And then, of course, because we're getting close to 2026, we started talking about what's 2026 going to be. And it kind of came in the three words magic, mystery, and miracles. And that's really hit. Like I did a little video about it. You've been sharing it with people. More and more people are sending me magic books and magic gifts, right? It's really amazing. So we're now doing this entire show about what it really means to manifest magic, mystery, and miracles. So, what are your thoughts about that?
well, firstly, I love that you're doing a whole show on magic, mystery, and miracles. I can't imagine better M's to discuss. These are the key M's definitely of this year. And wow, I mean when I think of magic, I think of curiosity. Like magic is that energy that brings us back to being kids, right?
Mm.
When we were curious, when we were always seeing the world as a new possibility, something new to learn. And I love just feeling that we can step back into the magic of life and activate that curiosity and the surprise within ourselves. And then no, mystery's next. Mystery. To me, the importance of mystery, it's this secret kind of energy that propels us forward, that calls us. It's like the whisper that calls us into our own discovery.
Mm.
It's that sacred ether that hints at the next piece of our unfolding. And I feel like if we knew everything already, if there was no mystery, what would allow us to evolve in our own paths, right? So we have to have that kind of game of hide and seek and embrace the mystery. It's part of our growth process.
Mm.
And then miracles. A lot of people, some people don't believe in miracles. I do. And I think that miracles are spontaneous. Well, they're not always spontaneous, but they can be very spontaneous and surprise us, right? Miracles are the unexpected outcome, the blessings, the yeah, that sense of just surprise. Miracles can come after great prayer, and they can also be just signs that emerge that are a mirror. Literally, the word mirror is in miracles. So I look at it as the mirror of our own evolution, right? As we evolve, as we pray, as we step into our greatness, we see the mirror in the miracles.
Mm.
So that's what's coming to me as
Uh,
I first tap in.
as you were sharing, I'm kind of putting my love coach Scott cap on for a moment because one of the things that working so intimately with people as I do, most of us, in order to feel safe, we lose childlike wonder and we replace it with, oh, uh, I know that person, I know that situation, I know that, and we prejudge almost everything out of a sense of feeling safe because at least I know what that is, I know what that is. But in the process, there's all this prejudice. Right? Um, and as you were talking about the magic, it's like we have to shift out of the matrix, out of just trying to survive in this incredible flood of information into childlike wonder. To children, everything's magical because they don't know how it all works and they haven't seen it before and they haven't, so it's like, wow, isn't that magical? And if we can go back into that state of childlike wonder
Mhm.
and seeing the magic in the rainbow, the magic in the beautiful sky, the magic in your eyes, you know. And then that leads us into mystery. We're not just pretending that we know everything because we don't, you know? And even relationships, we never fully know ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we certainly never fully know another person, right? So there's the mystery of who is Kristin Hoffmann? How does she think? Why is she this way? How did she create that song? You know, and the same thing, of course, in all aspects of our life about ourselves.
Mm.
And then if we really go back into childlike wonder, magic, and mystery, then the miracles can take place. It's like a geometric formula.
It is. It is and it also feels like one informs the next, informs the next. I think that the miracles happen when we are allowing ourselves to tap into the childlike wonder, also, and then get into the mystery of not having to know everything, of letting ourselves be led on the treasure hunt, open to all the possibilities, and suddenly that's where the miracles come, right?
Yeah.
So it's a recipe. We've discovered a recipe, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. It's true. And so I invite certainly the two of us and everybody watching to track, okay, how does the formula work for you? What do you need to really shift more into childlike wonder? How are you at just being okay with the mystery of it all? And then what miracles are showing up in your life?
Oh, I love that.
Are there any kind of examples of that formula, if you will, that you can think of? And I'm going to
Mm.
think about it too, that have taken place for you recently?
Well, I mean, I would say that this formula is something I'm tapping into every single day on my musical path
Mhm.
because when you embark on a mission that is not kind of a pre ascertained path, right? I stepped into this mission and I know, oh, yes, I'm using music as a vehicle to help others awaken to themselves. But the ingredients of what that path looks like aren't laid out by a societal map. So every day I have to tune into the wonder. Where could I have to envision, get into my creativity. I have to embrace the fact that I'm not going to know what the months ahead might look like. I mean, there might be some times where I do, but in most cases on my path, I don't really know what 4, 5, 6 months from now, a year from now will look like. And I have to trust in the unfolding that if I show up with an openness, that the opportunities will unfold and I will then know what to do. And once I do those two, I am always surprised by miracles. I mean, miracles are to me the signs that appear. I love looking for signs. And when I see little signs, you know, we can have little miracles and we can have big miracles. And I like to play a game where every day I look for the little miracles, the little signs. And when I see them coming, it could literally be thinking about a friend and that friend calls. That's a little miracle in itself. It's a little miracle of connection. When I see those signs, it's an affirmation. Yes, you're on the right path. Do more of this. And when I don't see those signs appearing, I know it's a time to slow down, take a deeper look, breathe, listen, and discern. So I would say yes, every single day. These are important ingredients. And I also start to see within myself when I'm not including these ingredients in my life because
Mhm.
I'm in disharmony, dissonance. I'm off, you know, when I'm not including these important M's in my life. And I love that it can be like, they're the M's, they're.
Mm.
When I'm not having this in my life, I'm more scattered. My mind is more active. I do the looping. I can, you know, and that's a sign to slow down again and listen. And
Yeah.
suddenly they start to come back when we do that.
Mm. Beautiful. if we were to add a fourth M, it might be meditation,
Oh, well, yes.
right? Because, and put that at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
put that at the start.
Meditation first.
Meditation first. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, because my thought that came to my mind is, as you know, I start my morning with kind of a light meditation. And really for me, it's like, okay, what's going on today? And I start by tuning in to my friends. Um, and I send morning memes, as you know, because you are a frequent recipient. And I send morning memes to my closest people, the people I love. And so, for example, when I'm sending my morning meme to Kristen, I'm remembering, oh my God, Kristin Hoffmann's in my life, and I'm so grateful. Um, then I also tune into my friends and clients that are struggling, that are going through a hard time. And I just do a little prayer for them, and I send them a blessing or a wish or a prayer. And then I kind of just go into a meditative state. And often someone that I haven't been logically thinking about will come popping into my head. At least once or twice a week, I'll get an impression of a client or a friend. So I'll send them up, hey, how you doing? Or you came up for me in my meditation. Almost every time I immediately get a response, Scott, I was just thinking we really need a session. Or
Yeah.
Scott, I'm really struggling. Or Scott, did you know that my mother's dying of cancer? Is that why you reached out? And I didn't. It's and so there's the meditation. I think today we just decided there's the meditation that allows the magic of me tuning in to who connect with, then the mystery of what's going on with this person, and then the little baby miracle that I tuned in at the right time.
I love it. I love it. I agree. I think meditation and then there's four and it's foundational, right? Four is the number of foundation.
Right,
So
right. You got a
we can
strong
really
foundation.
just go, and when we can sink into our foundational presence as we as oh, and I mean manifestation. Well, manifestation is part of the miracle, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's so many good M's. I mean, M's are
There are a lot
good
of good
words,
ends.
right?
Yeah.
I love what is the M that you feel you need to work on the most?
Meditation.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. We just got out of the ACE meeting. You were talking about slowing down, and I mean, of course, everybody talks about how we need to slow down, and I'm not great at slowing down. Um, I do start my morning with a meditation, but it would really be good for me to develop a practice of meditating in the afternoon and again in the evening. And
Yeah.
sometimes I do, but I could definitely improve my meditative practice. How about you? Which
I
of the
love that.
which of the M's?
I think I'm naturally a very magical being when I'm in tune with my essence, but magic is the one that I find I need to call in the most and remind myself because sometimes I can forget to step into the curiosity and the childlike wonder. And as I scan back over the past bunch of years, I noticed there's been some whole months where I'm not tuning into the childlike wonder and the gift of optimism and seeing, oh wow, what could be possible, and
Yeah.
really embodying that. And so as I just notice the minute I call myself back into that magic and the wonder, everything else makes so much more sense and just naturally falls into alignment. So just calling myself back to the magic. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, I have another thought for you.
Okay.
No more than five.
Okay.
But what if the formula is meditation leads to magic, leads to mystery, which leads to manifesting the miracles?
Oh,
Does that work?
that's definitely
There's the formula. There's the So
that's
there it is.
extra ums. I mean, I think we want extra ums
Extra
in
So
our
it's the
recipe.
5M formula.
The
The five.
5M formula. Okay, so let me see if I have it. meditation, it allows us to get into the mood so that we can embrace the magic. Through the doorway of wonder, we remember that we don't know everything and we stay curious and what's coming around the corner, that we might be surprised by the mystery of who we are. And through that doorway of the mystery comes manifestation. I forgot already. Manifestation. Yes. And once we get those first three M's, it becomes more easeful to manifest.
Yeah.
And we can start to really co-create in manifesting the miracles, right? It's not just, as I mentioned before, surprises coming to us. We get to play an integrative role in manifesting the miracles.
Absolutely. And I love what you just said, a co-creative role, because when we are adopting childlike wonder and mystery, we are connecting to the eternal beloved. We are not just trying to do it ourselves in our little human self. We're saying, okay, life, this is so much bigger than I know. It's so much bigger than my ego and my mind. My mind cannot figure it all out. My ego does not know everything. And so the opening to the mystery is partnering with the divine, partnering with higher power. And then when we partner with higher power, then our higher self, our God self, life itself, then brings in the magic and the manifesting of the miracles.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, for those of you who are tuning in and thinking about these ingredients in your own world now, maybe there's a little daily ritual that you can begin with yourself to practice these. Because just like meditation, we need to make a time for it every day. Maybe there's a game that you can play. Gamifying things makes them more fun. And can you call these into your life on a daily basis by making a little ritual that's fun? I don't even know what it all looks like, but I'm sure you can discover it.
So put it in the chat box as we wrap up our time with Kristin. Pop in the chat box what some of your thoughts are, and I'll read some of the comments from people.
Yeah.
And Kristin, in conclusion, what magic are you creating in your life? I know that you've got a lot going on. That's why you're not with us live tonight. Share with our audience a little bit about the magic of your life right now.
Yeah, I've been bringing a lot of new musical pieces through recently, and specifically music that's really tuned for healing, meditation, inner awakening. And you can hear a lot of these pieces. Actually, I've been co-creating with the founder of Uplift, which is at uplift.love. And you can hear both the meditational versions of these musical pieces and the instrumentals on the uplift.love site. So if you're looking to tune into the first ingredient, meditation, I've got to get them straight. The first ingredient, meditation, you can go to uplift.love and there will be all of these pieces that I've been co-creating through the vehicle of magic and curiosity and listening and care. I've put so much love into this space over the last year, and it's an ongoing process. I think I've brought through now 37 of these new pieces, and they range anywhere from kind of 10-minute meditation, or 7-minute, I think is the shortest one, to about 20 minutes in length.
Wow.
So there's a little something for everyone.
Wow. Beautiful. You know, speaking of magic, I was just remembering, I recently bought a new car from a mutual friend. And as I'm driving the car, she had something in the CD player. So I wonder what she's got. And I play on the CD player, and it was Kristin's Rain Shine album in the CD player of the car that I had just bought. Talk about magic. And there it is.
Little rain shine.
It's
There's a little rain
wonderful.
shine.
If you guys
Thanks.
don't have it yet, I'll pop in the chat box the link to get it. It's an amazing album. And you can get it on Spotify. And you still have it set up where people can donate whatever they want to donate, yeah?
Oh, on Bandcamp. You
On
can do that.
Bandcamp.
On Spotify, they're not going to give You can listen there, please, if that's your thing. But
Yeah.
if you would
It's
like to
Bandcamp.
donate whatever you like, you can just go to bandcamp dot oh no, sorry, other way. Kristin
Kristen Hoffmann.
Hoffmann, and I'll spell it KristinHoffmann
Two N's.
dot bandcamp.com. KristinHoffmann.bandcamp.com. And there is Rainshine and a lot of other music for you to use as hopefully awakening tools on your journey. Sonic
And I'll
awakening
pull it
tools.
up and show it to everybody as soon as we finish this video. I love you so much.
I love you so much. We should have a yearly, maybe we want to have another tune in at the end of the year about this. Like, how did it all go for
Well,
everyone?
you and I always do the year-end show together.
Yeah.
So there we go. So
Let's dog ear that.
during our December, our last show of the year that we always do together, let's tune into how the 5M process works for everybody. Meditation, magic, mystery, manifesting miracles.
I love it.
I
Thank
love you.
you. I adore you.
Talk to you soon, sweetie.
Blessings.